Previously on Fossil Fox.
Myself a little bit further into a mental breakdown and do a Sims 4 challenge 13, 14, 15. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Wait, what? I've done this wrong. 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to go off on decorating, but not too off because I know what I'm like. I know I get a little bit silly. Nobody's out here talking about the stunning breakfast nooks that people have. Cute, a little modern poof. I mean, that's me also, but you know. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now, in today's video, we're going to be doing a little bit of a speed build. It's for my legacy challenge that I'm playing over on Twitch. This is a werewolf bar. It's kind of rustic. It's kind of a factory that the werewolves have taken over, and yeah, I had a lot of fun building this. It took me all of like an hour and a half. I've been into The Sims a lot lately. Again, I've been streaming The Sims. I just started a legacy challenge in which we have some supernatural Sims because I really like supernaturals, hence why I'm building a werewolf bar. But you're probably wondering, like, Fossil, where have you been? Why have you just popped back onto the face of the earth? What is happening? So I am kind of using this speed build to obviously show off my amazing building skills in The Sims, but also talk about where I've been and what has been happening. As you can see on the screen right now, I am a cute chibi little fox and I love it so much. This is one of the things that I kind of wanted at the start of my YouTube career to be like, well, there's been many name changes, but when I became Fossil Fox, I really wanted to lean into the VTuber-esque style and just be this cute little chibi fox. And I think I've managed to achieve that with this. As you can see as well, my colour scheme has completely changed all over the place. We're now orange and purple, which I think is really cute. You'll also notice a lot of stuff, specifically on Twitch, is very heavily influenced by a certain era, which is like the 60s and 70s. I'm a big 60s and 70s fan. I like all of the colours and things like that, so I kind of went into that very heavily with most of my like Twitch stoof. But yeah, it's been an interesting couple of months. This happened before Christmas. I kind of took a mental health break, which I did speak about on Twitch. It's like a 45-minute long part, which I think I'm going to upload on YouTube because I think it's like a good explanation of where I've been and what's happened and stuff and how life is now. Like, I'm doing a lot better. I'm in a healthier mindset. Like, I'm getting up early. I'm being able to exercise my creative side, and it's just really, it's been a lot of fun. I had a really good Christmas, and I hope you did too, for those that celebrate it. Also, Happy New Year. This is like my first video of the year, which I know it's like 23 days into the year, but it's better late than never. But yeah, I've just been having a blast. I've been having a whirl, obviously. I started back up on Twitch. I've done some goofy stuff. I will link my new like VOD channel down below somewhere. And also I have like a bunch of new intros, outros and stuff. And I currently, at this time that you are seeing this, I have probably not figured that out, because she's got a lot of work to do. She's been working, bitch, ain't got no time for it. I don't know why I'm acting family friendly, like, like I'm not like I'm not a chaotic little bitch, but yeah. So let me explain about this build and about my legacy. Not my legacy, but the legacy I'm playing. Could you imagine? I'm just like the Fossil Fox dynasty. Basically, I decided just on a whim to start a legacy of supernaturals because I found out that there was a fairy mod and it's really in depth. I spent the first stream kind of creating the characters, creator simming, looking at some of the new stuff in the expansion packs and the kits and stuff, because I've been really out of the Sims loop, so I kind of wanted to jump back in and kind of explore and have a look. When I originally first like got the werewolf pack, I was like, I don't want to touch this. Not because like they looked weird or anything, because there was a lot of discourse online about that, but just because I was like, I'm burnt out for some reason on The Sims. I don't want to play The Sims. I don't. I get overwhelmed sometimes. But since like starting this legacy challenge, Sis has been snapping off on the builds. I do have their house speed build. It's gonna have to be split into two parts because it's so big. I decided not to do like a rags to riches type situation because I think that's where my like internal stress comes from with the Sims. Like I feel like I can't start them off at a point and build up their careers because what's the point? But in this legacy challenge, I am going to explore all of the supernatural pathways. Obviously, I have four, so that's like four different pathways that we can go down and explore. I will be adding new ones like aliens and ghosts and stuff. I'm going to be creating sims, I'm going to be creating builds, I'm going to be really trying to vary up what I do in the game as opposed to just playing a legacy challenge for like however many generations. But I was thinking about doing the not so berry, but then I'm like, I know that it's a beautiful challenge, but to me, I don't like to have to follow a set rule, if that makes sense. I mean, the amount of times on Twitch I've mentioned that I have ADHD, like a bitch can't follow rules. She likes to make her own path. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Obviously, my Twitch is like blasted everywhere. It's always linked down below, so you can go over there and feel free to follow. We have a really good time. I'm usually live at around 7 to 8 p.m. GMT. That can change depending on if I need to eat or whatnot. I kind of vary around that time because I feel like everybody's kind of settled in the UK for me. I'm trying to build up a UK audience, so everyone's kind of settled, everyone's coming home from work, so I'm kind of just in that like kind of niche spot. Plus it gives me like a 2 to 3 hour window to just kind of play, prat around and be like, hi bitch. And yeah, as I said, it's a laugh. You'll also notice as well on the channel that I promise I will start speaking about what's going on screen. I've just got a few things to like fill you in. I've missed you. I've missed doing all this. I've missed YouTube. I took like a massive mental health break because I was like, she's not doing good. So I'm back. I'm doing good. But yeah, I've been uploading a lot of shorts. I was thinking about making like a Fossil Shorts channel because I know a lot of YouTubers do that. But then I was like, no, I'm okay. I'm just gonna, because I don't have, like, I have subscribers, but I don't have many. So I kind of want to push myself as far out to the internet as possible, and it's having payoff. Who knew? Who knew communicating and socializing and marketing and all this shit would actually help? Lol. Okay, so I'm going to start talking about the build. So, my idea for this, as I said, was a factory. I wanted it to be disheveled. I went through several different ideas in my head. Kind of like, do I want it to be more broken in some areas? Do I want it to be completely broken in other areas? And I kind of settled on that the werewolves took over this factory and kind of made it their own. It was already overgrown. It was falling to pieces. That top floor, by the way, doesn't get done in this because as if I'm not gonna edit this down, so it's a one and done, babes. So if I'm stuttering, it's fine. It's okay. In the Legacy Challenge, I want to have my werewolf sim create a pack of werewolves. So I am going to renovate that eventually to kind of fit them and their aesthetic and stuff. It's a small space, so it should be doable. But I kind of like using the clubs, like the secret door clubs situation. It'd be a good thing, I think, for that. And kind of just decorating a space. But yeah, as you can see, I'm putting in like a bar, because this is what this lot type is. It is a bar. And you'll see me, I do this sometimes when I'm building. I will grab out items that I think will fit the build. So I'm grabbing a bunch of different disheveled chairs, different tables, and I will kind of place them in the room because it helps me be able to not just like sift through a bunch of the catalog because it's just a mess sometimes. But it also allows me to visually see, oh, okay, I can use that for this. Like these doors, for example, are a desk. I love that they're a desk. I wanted them as a table. I use them as a table. I think we should have got a table with werewolves that was a door. I think that would have been cool. A few things for The Sims. I have ideas, babes. Sims team, come on now. I have so many, like, every time I sit and play The Sims, I have so many ideas. I'm like, this would be so cool. This would be cool. Do I ever voice those opinions? Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. But yeah, I'm trying to pick out disheveled, dirty stuff, and that's not to say that the werewolves are dirty or anything like that, because I imagine they're quite clean because they're werewolves and they probably lick themselves, which is a perk in the thing, which I didn't know, which is kind of entertaining. But I was kind of thinking that they would, as a collective, have just dragged different pieces of furniture, maybe gone to some like, we call them skips in the UK, so I don't know what they call them in America, but like a junkyard, I suppose. Grabbed like a bunch of different mismatched chairs and tables, and maybe even built stuff. Again, there's a lot of magic at play as well, so I imagine they've had some help from like different supernaturals and occult sims to help build up this space. Not vampires though, because they don't like the vampires. Even though one of my, like in my legacy, they both live together. I didn't know that they didn't like vampires, so the vampire and the werewolf hate each other. They absolutely despise each other, and I was like, wait, why do they hate each other? What's going on? Yeah, it's because they're like sworn enemies, bitch. But yeah, I also have a fairy as well. Fairy is a they them pronoun, and let me just say, for me, pronouns are like a one and done. Like, you tell me you're they them, you're they them. In a video game, for some reason, I've had a few slip ups. And I think it's because The Sims don't there's not enough diversity for me in terms of the feminine and masculine categories and hairs and stuff. I need a few more like non-binary-esque hairstyles and clothing aesthetics to kind of really represent, because I keep mispronouncing my they them sim, and I'm like, no, I'm not like, obviously I'm not one of those people that's like, sorry, they, because that's rude. Don't fucking do that. Don't ever do that, because I will fight you personally. But it is just like kind of a slip of the tongue, and I make sure that I do correct myself, because respect people's pronouns, bitch. But yeah, it's been really fun. It's something that I was just like, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna push myself to do something completely different, to a, like, I usually play as like either a lesbian sim or a gay sim, so it was a complete step. I am thinking about teetering on eventually introducing a trans sim as well, because I want all of the inclusivity, and other different like spectrum wide sexualities and identities, because I think I want it to be a really inclusive legacy. And obviously I love making sims. I absolutely love making sims. I will edit this stream down in the creator sim. It was quite long. It took me 2 hours to make these sims. So I'll edit that down into like different parts so that you can see them. Or would you prefer it to be like one big part, like I just do all of them? It'd be kind of long form. Because I don't know, with TikTok being a thing, long form and short form content, I'm trying to find a balance of doing both. So I want short form with the reels and the TikToks and stuff, and I want long form in terms of like videos like this, like speed builds, or like doing a challenge, or playing a little bit of a game. I'm also not doing let's plays. Let's plays are cancelled this year. I am gonna just pick up games, play them, record it, have a fun time doing it, edit it, and boom. Kind of like what review channels do in a way, but like not more chaotic. A more chaotic review of a game. If I like a game that much, I might play it like once or twice or 3 times on the channel. But yeah, let me jump back into talking about what we're doing. So currently it's moving at the speed of light for some reason. So yeah, I wanted to use tarpaulin to kind of use like to stop the like drips from water, because obviously there's holes in the roof. Can't do that because you can't put rugs on the roof at all. So instead I went with kind of like nature's taken over and kind of outgrown all over the place. I had a lot of fun with using different plants and using ferns and things like that. The Sims never falls short on its foliage, and I am very, very happy for that. I did another build on stream yesterday, because it's Sunday for me. Yeah, no, Monday for me. Yes. Yesterday I did a build where I built a vampiric castle, which had a lot of fun. Again, the supernaturals are causing me to branch out, and I love it. I'm here for it. But yeah, that upstairs bit is where my sim will be. But yeah, as you can see, the furniture's kind of like taking shape now. I did the old fountain in the sink trick to be like, oh my god, the plumbing's gone. We have like a cute little like tarpaulin what is it, outdoor movie theater from not the kids room, backyard kids stuff. I think that's the pack. And then we also have like a few chairs. I think I put in a bonfire as well. I don't know if that's gonna burn down the entire place or set anything on fire, so I will playtest this on stream tonight. So we might have a good giggle and a laugh, setting some things on fire by accident. But yeah, I went with a lot of this. I just ignore what is going on here. I was trying to make like some outdoor seating, like bar arrangement, and then I was like, no, I don't like this. I want this inside. But I used a lot of like the fairy lights as well. I've been using them quite a lot. The ones that came with the kids' backyard stuff thing pack, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. But I've been using them a lot. I think they're a really good item. Sized up, they look perfect. So yeah, I was using all of them. Used a lot of different packs in this as well. Also got to use that jukebox from Strangerville, which I don't really touch Strangerville apart from the windows and doors, but that jukebox fit perfectly, like somebody's dragged it in. There's also a grill in there so your sims can eat. Obviously you can get stuff at the bar as well. I put in a chicken coop, right, and a woohoo pea bush. But chicken coop, let me explain. Right, I couldn't fit chickens on the lot that I built, and I need chickens in the world because I love chickens and cows and I love farm animals. There's the bonfire. See, this might be a hazard, but yeah, I wanted chickens. I like chickens, so I hopefully will be getting to play around with the chickens. How many times can I say chickens? Take a shot every time I say chickens. I also got to use the newspaper as well. That was kind of in my own head like a haha funny joke because they're werewolves and they will pee on the floor. So like put newspapers down, but I think it worked well. I also put that table there for the food. And look, I like the amount of stuff I'm using, I never gravitate towards, and these packs pull me to multiple different directions. This World Moonwood Mill is what it's called. I don't know what it is, but like the industrial. Am I okay? You can tell I've not recorded in months. But the industrial style of it all is very cute and I like it. I will also like pop into game to kind of show you around once the speed build wraps, because I think that might be a good idea, because when it's zooming super fast like this, you can't always see like the level of detail, and I haven't really explained a couple of things, but we'll see. Do you know, will editing me remember to do that? I don't know. Currently I'm just placing a bunch of plants around because I was like, there's greenery, but I feel like they would plant stuff here and they would like do like their own planting and stuff. And I was trying to find the bathtub. I think I've already zoomed past it, but I was trying to use the bathtub from Strangerville as well, but I couldn't really find a place to put it. So now I'm just kind of like zooming around and checking everything. This is where I had lights. I got quite adventurous with my light placement. I think I placed, I can't remember what light I used. Oh, I used the industrial like swing lights from the werewolf pack as well, because they light up quite nicely. But I didn't want too much light, obviously, because the lighting's going to be kind of weird on the lot because it's outside. This is, yeah, this is where I put in, this is where I move the chicken coop and I kind of color it and move some of the bushes. That's a cute little like log that you can sit on as well, so I think it'd be really cute for like screenshots and stuff. My dog is barking, I apologize. But yeah, this is what I mean. The lights from the backyard pack, they look really cute as like fencing around there. And I obviously didn't want it to put like a fencing on the bottom of it as well, because I feel like it would just be open air that have just kind of strung them along. And yeah, here's me like going through and just adding a bunch of greenery. The plants were giving me a little bit of a challenge, to be honest. I'm probably changing somewhere. I was listening to a lot of, I have like 2 playlists that I can do. One of them is the Sad Boy Hours, which is for kind of builds like this, when I'm just kind of like vibing. Another one is my Absolute Bops, which Absolute Bops go on that playlist. There's no question about it. Absolute Bops. Also, yeah, using flowers from Romantic Garden, those flowers for some reason I completely fuck with. And I love them. And I'm like, oh my god, they don't look too fantasy for me. They look like Last of Us. Think Last of Us, because, by the way, stream Last of Us on HBO Max, because it's a really good series. Second episode is out tonight. Can't wait to watch it after stream. But, yeah, they reminded me of, like, Last of Us, like, real, like, wilderness. I do think, however, that is going to do it for this video. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a like. I'm very glad to be back, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye, everybody! Girl, don't do it. Don't fuck with me. Did she just wait? She just peed! I don't know why I made that sound. Pipe me, daddy! I'm a dirty fairy. By the way, if you love this content, yeah? Subscribe.